It's been over a year since I abandoned my S500 here in this car park in London. So I think it's about time we rescued it. So let's go. But today we're gonna fix my S500 that I abandoned here since last year's bagel run with the Garage Midnight Street team. I got a puncture on the other side. I dragged it into my car park and I thought I'll deal with it, and haven't dealt with it. So today we're gonna deal with it. Let's get on it. Alright, so the car's dead and I just have to open it with the key. That's another day's problem. Right now, biggest problem is a puncture on the rear. Just jack it up, take the wheels off. And once I take the wheels off, these rotiforms which are 19 by 10s, I've got another set of wheels to put on, but only the rears have tires on at the moment. I'm gonna show you in a sec. There's some 20 by 10 Khan RSCs. Now, a bit of a mark my wheel. Most people hate them. To be honest, they're very period, and that's what really appealed to me. Now, if you know me, I hate black wheels, and these are black, but the previous owner had them black. So I've had tires put on them. I'm gonna try fit them. In theory, they'll sit out 7 mil further out than these. These are ET35. The other ones are ET28. Again, 10J, so 10-inch wide, and obviously an inch taller. So let's jack it up, have a look at what caused the puncture, because I don't even know. Bang the other set of wheels on. Alright, so that was a lot harder than expected, even with my super low entry jack. So had to be a bit of a, let's call it a bit of a inventive way to get the car up enough for the low jack to get in. But anyway, car's jacked up. Let's start with this side. We're going to bolt it, take it off, and let's have a look. The other side. The other side. Maybe we need to jack them up a little bit more. Okay, so that might be why it went flat. Don't ask me why. I think that might be the case. Just take my word for it that that it's no, that's Jesus, that's so spongy. Anyway, as you can see, it's fucked. Plus it's been sitting for a year, but luckily the wheel's fine, no issues. So solid wheel, which is great because I'll make use of them. Oh, it sits so cool. Now that's flat. Anyway, I'm gonna make use of those rotiforms in the future, but for now, let's put a 20 in there. Let's take that wheel off. I'm guessing it's gonna have very similar inner wear. I run it so low that obviously the factory arms just can't cope. But yeah, let's take that off. Let's get these on and let's see if they actually fit or not. Fingers crossed. So, starting to show cord there, and No, not quite there, but anyway, you get the gist. We were also very, very close on this one, so let's get that wheel on there. While I was at it, I thought, let me try that 20 by 10 of the Cayenne, and I feel it's sick, to be honest. Alright, so wheels are on. Like I said, I hate black wheels, but that's what it is for now. I'm about to let the car down. Math says they'll work, even though I've not really fully rolled the arches. Just, I did roll them a little bit, but they're not flat as rolled as I would normally do it. Because these fitted perfectly and they never rubbed. But when you look at them, I'll show you now, they don't have that much stretch. A 255/35 on a 10, but it's 255/35s on those, and they got more stretch. Let me show you. So much stretch. 255/35 on the 19. If you look at the 20, obviously brands differ, much more stretch, which is good. So the wheels are 20 by 10s, right forms are 19 by 10s, so the width is the same. These are both 255/35s, 20 ET28. So let's see how the arch meets the wheel. Right, they're not sticking out jacked up, so I generally think they'll be fine, but I guess we'll never know until we drive them. Anyway, the fronts, 8.5 of those are in the back of the Fiesta. I just need to get tires for them and get them on. Front sensor also needs fitting, height sensor. To be honest, I think it might have just unplugged, but it's funny that's on this side, and it's also the side that had the puncture. So I just don't know, because I've never had issues with this. Because when I got it and I lowered it with the links, and again, 2 years driving, no issues up and down. But anyway, I got a fault for the first time driving. So it might be to do with the rear puncture, or the front might have unplugged. I know when we were doing arms or something, the mechanic accidentally clipped on something and unplugged it. It might have broke the clip, but like I said, I drove for another year with no issues. But anyway, got a new sensor just in case the sensor's gone to shit, but I'll do that when I jack the front up to get the fronts on. For now, like I said, let's get this boy down. Let's see how they look. No, they might have to stay black. They look hard. Fitment's on point. Fuck. Oh. Fuck. This, I think, stay black. So don't tell me these don't bang. Look at that. The concave, the fitment, it's just on point. Yeah, they bang. They absolutely bang. Yeah, and look at that. Look at that fitment. Tighter than your nan's cookie jar, that is. Absolutely on point. And even from the front, look at them. Oh, they just look so good. I'm not gonna lie, I think 20s should have always been the one. Battery's dead, so I can't roll it backwards and forwards. And also, it's been sitting for a year, so although I've not had a problem with the Airmatic, there will be some leakage, so the bag will probably come up 5 mil or so, but I'm really happy where we're at. Let me get those tires on for the front, fit them, let's get this car on the road. Yeah, so I can see Mike got a pro mod because, well, obviously he thinks he can fit some low profile tyres, so came to test them. Let's see.
Man, look at that.
You don't believe it. Don't believe it. Maybe these cans are alright.
Maybe. Seem alright.
But now that the wheels got tyres on and I've gone to raid my H&R box, I've got spacers, longer bolts, everything. So let's get this jacked up and the front swapped over. Check that out. These ones are on the way out too. I'm on the cords here. And these are PS4Ss, which is what I've already chewed through previously on the back. And as you can see, there's a lot of inner wear. Cords starting to show there. So yeah, not ideal. PS4Ss on a car like this, I've quickly learned that they're not really worth it, because look how much meat I still have here. Yet I'm on the cords, so not really extracting the best out of the tire. That already happened on the rear. That's why I went to budgets previously, and to be honest, I'm gonna go budgets now, because yeah, it's too much money to be burning up the inside real quick. Yes, it's got mad camber, and yes, camber doesn't kill tires, it's actually toe, but the toe's been adjusted on that, and it just keeps eating through tires. So I'm happy to just roll with some sort of mid-range or budget for now. Anyway, 20s got budgets on them, so let's try one on. Yeah, so actually, if you see this, the wheel sits really deep in. That's because I only put a 5mm spacer on that 8.5 ET31, but on this side, I put a 15mm spacer. So I've had to jack the car back up and put 15mm spacer on the driver's side as well. Look at it now, it sits so well. I think 20 should have always been the one. 8.5 fronts, 10 at the back. So what do you guys think of the new look compared to the road forms, and what do you think of the RSCs? I think they bang. I totally forgot to put a new sensor in on the other side, so I will have to jack it up at some point. Okay, so now that the wheels are on and I've got my Noco booster in the car, let's plug it in and see if it starts.